Well, I'm running a direct comparison here. The trace I'm sitting on is QRP, my electric dipole that I modified today, and she's elevated quite high. And the trace to the right of it is the E-Field HF mobile on the trailer. Just bear with me, I'll open camera and so you can get a bit of a view. Now this is going to be tricky because I'm holding a torch and an RF field strength meter, so I'll try my best. So I'm at the bottom where the electric dipole feeds, and hopefully you'll get to see this. I'm going to have to focus that camera. I'm in the torch, bear with me. Focus, okay. I'll try it again. Let's see if I can get this to work. Sorry about this, very tricky. Doing so much with one hand. Okay, alright. So the bit that I'm lighting up there, see that's the Taurus, the two Tauruses. So she's got two Tauruses on it now instead of just one on the bottom element, if you refer to the previous video on the electric dipole. She now has two. The Taurus on the top element is slightly higher, further away from the center point to raise the TOA. And now a bit further down, there's its little module where it adapts to its own transmission line, and coax comes down here. Okay, now I'll just change the focus on that torch. As you can see though, it's belting out and it is only 5 watts. First of all, I'll show you another couple of things. RF field strength meter. Now I'll come close to the coax. So we've got the coax here. Okay, and you can see the meter is not going off its head, right? But this electric dipole will couple with just about anything, okay? Which is very interesting. So let's say I've got a phase vertical array here, and this is its feed line that's not connected to anything at the moment. Right, alright, it's not driving the feed line. Let's go to one of its vertical elements, which is over here. Now you might be able to see this wire hanging here. So that's one of the vertical elements from the phase vertical array that's not connected and not being driven. But if I come close enough, you can see it's actually only a little bit, but it is driving. The electric dipole is driving this system, only slightly, but it is driving. It couples just about anything. Now what I'll do is I'll traipse inside and show the radio and power setting. I've had some idiot keying on it over and over, and then I'll go and show the HF mobile E-Field antenna and its power setting. You can see it's doing very well considering it's not so elevated. So this is the radio that's running the electric dipole, and you can see it's the IC705, and hopefully you can see clearly enough there. It's a 50%, which is 5 watts. Oops, oh, I accidentally knocked the frequency. Don't you hate that? I should have locked it. Silly me. And hey, at least you know it's this radio. You can see the battery icon anyway, so if you know the IC705, you know it can't do any more than 5 watts on the battery. It is running through an ATU, and so is the other one, because I'm still not getting as best performance as I'd like from my dummy load systems. Okay, I will go back to them when I can improve them enough. I will use them. But yeah, so that's the trace I'm on there. By the way, I'm monitoring in VK5 there, 5 watts on the electric dipole. All right. Now I'm a little bit tired, so if I get muddled up, forgive me. I'll now jump across to the trailer where I have the there she is, the beautiful E-Field HF mobile antenna, and she's also running 5 watts, so bear with me. Alright, off to the 857D. I'll wait for it to focus. Hopefully that's focused enough. And hopefully you can see that's also at 5 watts. So both of them running 5 watts there. I'll skip up to this one. So, very, very good. Oops, I'm trying to get this bang on. So both very, very good. I mean, that one being on the trailer, it's doing great, okay? But the electric dipole, yeah, I got that bang on. Oh no, nearly bang on. There we go, bang on. Elevated is doing much better. And I'll try to do a daytime video so I can show it with its new Tauruses. So 2 instead of 1, they're bigger, and they're you know, sort of full surface rather than using the sort of previous type. It's using the ducting folded back on itself. So I'll try bring that in again. I'll go my torch. Hang on, I'll just get something in view while I get this torch going. Okay. Can you see the? Hang on. Yeah. So that's the Tauruses up there, the shining there, and that bit there is the module where it adapts over to its own transmission line, and beneath there is just the coax. And the interesting thing about it is, yeah, its own transmission line does kind of some of the work that's built into the other antennas. So its own transmission line allows for a back EMF, but actually harnesses that and sends it back up into the system. So it was just another experimental approach, since I had the space to work with on the home-based version to see how that would work. I'm just trying to get my field strength meter ready here with the torch and stuff. This is all very tricky. I'm trying with 2 hands. Alright, let's see if I can get this balanced. Alright, oh no, that's not going to work. Alright, I was going to say I'll put the torch in my mouth, but then you won't understand me, so that might not work either. Let's see. Alright, will that work? Oh, I don't know. I'll try. So I'm going to go to the coax, okay, and then go vertical and try and show the meter. So you can see the meter's not hammering. So it's not that it's the coax that's doing all the work with. Hang on, this. Where is she? This little baby. Have I got that in shot? Sorry about my. Oh, I can't see. I have to drop that. Too many things in my hands. Yeah. So there she is. That's the Taurus. 2 Tauruses. And then and that's what the little module there. That's where the system begins, and then the rest down here is coax. So yeah, but Jesus, that is really directing the RF now. I'm not talking about in an azimuthal sense, but it's like it's yeah, flattened the pattern. She's really kicking it. So very interesting indeed. Hopefully I'll remember to pull it down tomorrow and just show how crazy it looks. It's just a dipole with Tauruses on it, basically. But the system that adapts it over is quite complicated. So, 7-3, and thanks for watching. Pretty cool, eh?